Number 4, the baby's sleep environment. Let's start with the temperature of the baby's room. It should be between 68 and 72 degrees. I want you to err on the side of cool. The best way to gauge that is when you're in your baby's room, and if you're comfortable in just say a long sleeve t-shirt, your baby just needs one extra layer to be comfortable in that room. 72 is warm, so back it down. The best temperature of the room is between 68 and 72 degrees. If you're not sure if your baby's room is too warm, the best way to go about adjusting it is for a few nights, knock it down a notch. So if you've had it at 72, go down to 71. Feel your baby's nose, feel your baby's hands. If they're warm to the touch, then you know your baby's not too cold. You can, after 3 nights, go down one more notch to 70 degrees. Where you'll know that your baby's room is too cold is when you touch your baby's nose and it's chilly. Then that is too cold. But we all sleep better when it's cooler. We don't sleep good when it's warm, even as adults. Babies are the same, and actually babies heat up quicker than we do as adults. So making sure they're not overheated is important for their sleep environment. Number 2 about their sleep environment. It should be dark for all sleep, not just for overnight, but also for daytime sleep. So you can do that a few ways. You can use room darkening shades, which is great. Many people have them. If you don't have the opportunity, once you get started, to get those in place, a great way of doing it is just grabbing a fleece blanket, putting it over the window. If you do it, it has to be done safely. Make sure it's secure. Make sure it's not by baby's crib. But that's a great way of blocking out the light. It's really, really important that when you're trying to do your baby's nap, that the sleep environment is the same as it is overnight. So that darkness is important. Number 3, the crib. The standards of the crib are there are no baby bumpers anymore. We use a fitted sheet that's fitted around the mattress that the baby can't grab and pull over her face. There's no toys. There's no blankets. Baby's in her onesie, and that's it. Baby's on her back. We look at it, and when we think about a bed, we think cozy blankets, cozy pillows, but truly that's not what your baby needs, and it's not safe for baby. So flat sheet, you can make it a flannel sheet if you live in a cooler environment, and that's okay. That's nice and cozy. You can even, prior to when you put your baby into bed, if you want to use a heated blanket or a heating pad on your baby's crib while you're giving baby a bath to warm up the sheet a little bit, but remove it prior to putting baby in bed. That's another way to make it a little warm and cozier in there for her. But again, no blankets, no pillows, baby on back. And obviously a government regulated standardized crib that's baby safe. Another aspect of your baby sleep environment is using white noise. And there's a lot of different white noise machines out there. Some of them are great. Some of them can actually interfere with sleep. Pretty basic white noise is a floor fan. And what I love about using a floor fan is that not only does it provide a steady background noise for your baby, but it also circulates the air in the baby's room. So if you have the air conditioning on, the air is being moved. If you have the heat on, the air is being moved throughout the room. So that's an effective, cost-effective, and environmentally effective way to use white noise. A white noise machine is used for the entire night. So if you use a machine where they have whether it's, ocean noises or a rainforest or birds chirping, whatever it is that you're using, there's a couple things to keep in mind. 1, it needs to be able to stay on all night. 2, I want you to be consistent with whichever noise that you choose. So if it is the rainforest, you'll be using the rainforest throughout. You're not going to change it up from rainforest to ocean to birds night after night. Stick with the one white noise that you like for your baby. And the third thing to keep in mind is to make sure that it's not too loud and interfering with your baby's sleep and your baby's hearing. So a great way to test that is to go into the nursery, close your eyes, turn off the lights, and turn on the white noise machine. Test it with your own feeling of comfort. If it feels too loud for you, it's probably too loud for your baby. We also need to be very cognizant of hearing. So the best way to use a white noise machine, if you're not using a floor fan, is to make sure that it's loud enough to be effective, but not too loud to interfere with your baby's hearing. So keep it as far away from the crib as you can, but it still actually has to be effective. So there again, my leaning towards the floor fan makes all of this kind of guesswork go away, because the floor fan you stick in the corner, you turn on, and it works perfectly, and there's no guesswork. The last part about your baby's sleep environment, we want to make sure it's free of odors, it's well ventilated. I'm not a fan of using lavender or any kind of essential oils in a baby's nursery. It's not necessary when your baby's on a proper schedule and has learned to sleep independently and to self-soothe. So it's kind of a fad, I think, right now, or kind of trendy to do. If you do it minimally, just like with the white noise machine, just enough to be effective, but don't overdo on any kind of essential oils or lavender. And also when you're cleaning your baby's sleep environment, don't use any harsh chemicals. This kind of seems obvious as well, but it bears saying or mentioning is that, we don't want to have your baby's room smell like chlorine bleach. Most of us are green aware right now. So use baby-friendly products when you clean the sheets, when you clean up the crib, the changing table. Make sure everything is baby-friendly.